Welcome to SMS classes. In this video, we are going to learn string class methods. There are many methods in string class, but in this video, we'll be covering these list of methods. First, let's start with length. For any method, you should learn three main things. What is the name of the method? What is the parameter it accepts and what it returns? In this case, length is the name of the method and parameter is none. That is, it doesn't accept any parameter and the return type is integer. So basically what this method does is it returns the length of the string. So example, if you take a string as hello, if you call s.length, it's going to count the number of characters in the string and it returns the length of the string, which is 5. If we take another example, like how are you dot length, again it's going to count the number of characters in the string. And as you observe, even a space is considered as a character, even a question mark. So all that it counts and the answer is 12 in this case. Okay, next method we'll learn is character at. So name of the method is char, a capital at, parameter is integer, return type is char. So what basically it does is we are giving a position and in that position what character is there. That's what character at this position. Now if you see this example, hello is the string and you give char at 1, right? So in the index 1, the letter is E, so it returns that character. So character at 1 is E, that's the output. Another scenario, you're giving s dot character at 5 for hello. So there is actually no index called 5. But if you actually notice, it will compile successfully. That is, there is no compile time error, meaning as such syntax, it is correct. Integer we should pass, so we passed an integer. But in the runtime, it realizes there is no index called 5. So it throws an error called string index out of bound runtime exception. So the range of the parameter should typically be 0 to 4 in this case. It is 0 to length minus 1. That is, whatever is the string length from 0 to the length minus 1, we can give as the parameter. Now, if you give a negative number or anything beyond the size of the string, you will get runtime exception. Okay, the next method is index of. Index O capital of. This is exactly opposite to character at. There, if you remember, you were giving an integer, it was giving character. That is, in that position, what character is there. But index of is just opposite to that. You are giving a character, it tells you where it is. That is the position of that character. Example, if you take hello in this case, and you are asking, give me the index of L. So it searches from the beginning, it finds the first L and it gives the position of it. In this case, it is 2. Another example, you are giving a letter, let's say in this case A, which is not there in hello. So it will search for A, it is not finding A. So that time it returns -1. So unlike character at, this is not going to give an error when you give a character which is not there. So instead, it is going to give a -1 to indicate that particular letter is not there in the string. Similar to index of, string class has another method called last index of, I capital O capital, parameter is char and return type is int. So I take the same example hello and this time s dot last index of capital L. So if you notice, it is searching from the end and it finds the last L at 3 and it returns the answer as 3. If you remember, s dot index of L is 2, s dot last index of L is 3. That is, index of gives the first occurrences of the letter's position, the last index of gives the last occurrence of the character. If we take one more example, India and last index of capital I, it searches from the end and it ignores the small I and it finds the capital I's position, which is 0, and the output will be 0. The next method we'll learn is replace. As the method says, it's going to find the first character and replace that with the second character. So if we take an example octet and we call s dot replace t comma s. If you notice, there are two t's in the string. So it copies O as it is and C as it is. T it changes to S and E as it is. And the next T also it changes to S. So that is your string T. So if we print the output, it prints OCSCS. Another example in replace. So if India is the string and we call s dot replace small I by capital I. So what happens is all the small i's changes to capital I. If I print s value, it still prints small letter I India only. Why? Because s dot replace does not change s value itself. It modifies and makes a new memory and it returns. Since we haven't collected it, s is still remains small letter India. So we have to either use another variable like string t is equal to, or if you want to change s itself. So I'm doing s is equal to s dot replace. Now what happens is the s starts pointing to the modified India. Now if you print s, you will get capital letter India. The next method is substring. As the method says, from a big string, you can take a substring. The parameter is int comma int and the return type is string. So if you take an example, how are you? And you're calling s dot substring 4 comma 6. You might think 4 comma 6 is going to give you ARE, but if you carefully notice, it takes one less than the second parameter. That is, the first parameter is included and second parameter is not. So it returns only AR as your output. Next, we'll see two simple methods, two uppercase, no parameter, return type is string. As the method says, it helps you to convert a string in capital letter. So it's going to change each and every character in capital. And if you notice the output, Apple, all the letters in capital. Similarly, you have two lowercase. It helps you to convert the string in small letters. So if you notice, all the characters getting converted into small, and if spaces and question marks are retained as it is. So the output is how are you all in small. Before getting into our next method, let's learn how to check two strings are equal or not. If you take a string s1 as hello and s2 also hello, in the memory there will be only one hello instance and both s1 and s2 are referring to the same memory. So when you write s1 double equal to s2, it is checking both the memories are equal and returns true. Whereas if you would have created the string as new string of hello and new string of hello, what happens is there will be two instances of hello. S1 will refer to the first one and S2 to the other one. Now in this case, if you write S1 double equal to S2, it is actually not checking hello are equal or not. It only compares the addresses, that is the reference. So reference 1 is not equivalent to reference 2. So the memories are different. So it returns false. That is why we should not be using double equal to compare strings or in general objects. Hence for object comparison, we use equals. So equals is the method name, parameter is string, return type is boolean. So if we write s1 dot equals s2, it goes to each and every character and checks they are equal or not. And when all the characters are equal, and it returns true. Another example, hello, and we have few letters in capital and s2 is all small hello. Now Java is case sensitive. If you notice, H is same, E is same, but capital L and small l are not. So it is returning false. That is why Java gives another method called equals ignore case. That is I capital C capital, string parameter, return type is boolean. So if we take the same example, few letters capital in one hello and other string all in small letter. Equals ignore case is going to ignore the cases and returns true in this case. One more example. If S1 is he and S2 is hello, when the length of the strings are not equal, there is no point comparing character by character. So the length of S1 is 2 and the length of S2 is 5. So it just returns false immediately. The next method we'll learn is compare to. This method has quite a few scenarios to learn. So parameter is a string and return type is integer. So like equals, this is also going to compare character by character, but it will return a integer, that is 0 as your answer. For the same example, equals was returning true, compare to returns 0. So 0 means both the strings are equal. Now, what is special about compare to is it will help you to check which string is greater, smaller, etc. Whereas equals will help only to check two strings are equal or not. But using compare to, you will be able to check which string is greater or smaller, which will be useful for your string sorting. So let's take one string as April and other string as apple. Now S1 dot compare to S2. So it starts comparing letter by letter. A is same and P is same, but R and P are not same. So what happens is R minus P. That is the ASCII value of R is 114 and small p is 112. It subtracts. So the result is 2. So when you get a result in positive that is greater than 0, which means S1 is greater than S2. That is the first string is greater than second string. If you would have got a negative number, then the first string is small and second string is big. So we'll take one more example. So hello, S1 all in capital, S2 all in small. Now we are comparing S1 dot compared to S2. So capital H, small h are not equal. So again, Java is case sensitive. So the ASCII difference between capital H and small h is minus 32. So it would return minus 32. So that's why we have compare to ignore case. As the method says ignore case, so we take one string in capital hello, another string in small hello. So S1 dot compare to ignore case S2. So it's going to ignore the cases and return 0, which means both the strings are equal. We'll take another example. One string is he, another string is hello. As you notice, both the strings are not in same length, but still it compares letter by letter. So the first H is same and E is same, but S2 has some additional characters. So what happens is the additional character difference will be the answer, that is minus 3. If first string is hello and second string is E, it would have gave you plus 3. Trim, the method name is trim, no parameter, return type is string. So if we take an example, I am a boy as a string, s dot substring 1 comma 7 is space am space a space. That is what substring returns. Now we apply dot trim on it. So it is going to omit the spaces in the beginning and the end, and the result will be am space a. So basically what trim does is it removes the spaces in the beginning and the end of the given string. The next method is concat. The parameter is string and return type is string. It helps to concatenate two strings. If we take one string as play, another string as ing, s1.concat is going to merge both the strings and return you playing, which is exactly same as what s1 plus s2 will do. Basically, plus operator in strings will act as concatenating two strings. Next, we'll go over two simple methods. Starts with and ends with. The parameter is string, return type is boolean. So if we take one string as hello, another string is he. So basically we are asking s1 dot starts with s2. That is, hello starts with he. Yes, h and he are matching, so it will return true. Whereas hello starts with hi. H is matching, I is not, So it's going to return false. Similarly, you have something called ends with. So if S1 is hello and S2 is no, it is going to check is hello ends with NO. O is matching, but N is not. So it's going to return false. So hello is not ends with no. Let's see some error scenarios. Like I already said, the method name, parameter, return type is important while calling methods. So here we're calling hello dot ends with empty bracket. That is, we didn't give parameter. So it's not going to compile. It'll say record string and found no argument. Another scenario you gave ends with single quotes O. That is a character. But what is expected is string. So again, it's not going to compile. If you give correctly hello dot ends with double quotes O, then it will compile and then it checks hello ends with O. In this case, it is yes. So it is returning true. Okay, we have method called value of, and you also see it's a static method in string and it supports all the types. Let's see what it does. String dot value of 10 is going to return 10 as a string. Again, string dot value of 23.15, it's going to return 23.15 as a string. So whatever normal data type you give, it returns that as a string. So single quote A as a double quotes A, and even a boolean true to a double quotes true. So all type means it can be byte, short, int, long, float, double, boolean, character, any data type. So all the 8 data types your value of supports. Now let's see some overloaded methods in string. We already seen replace method. Now string as string comma string parameter also. That is s dot replace is by was. That is a string is replaced by was. Before what we saw was one character by another character. Now it is a string by another string. Now if you notice there are two is in the string. It is called pattern matching. Wherever it finds is, it's going to replace that with was. So the is is getting changed to was. So now the output will be something like this. One more example. We take how are you and we replace how by who. But if you see, there is no change happening. The original string printed as it is. Why? Because small letter HOW we gave. So that is not being found in the string. So it returned as it is. Next overloaded method is substring. We already seen substring with int comma int parameter. Now there is only one parameter, which means whatever index we give from there till the end it will take. That is, we give only 2. So from 2 till 4. So from that position till the end it will take, and that will be returned as your substring. Index of and last index of as three more overloaded methods. Index of string. Before we learned giving a character, now we can give a string also. Again, it is going to search from the beginning wherever it finds the first is and it returns that position. Similarly, your last index of is going to search from the last wherever it finds that is matching, and that position it will return. That is last index of is and first index of is. The next variant is index of char comma int. That is, you can give a character and from where to start the search. So basically from 10 it will search towards the right side. So it finds the a at 11, so that will be the position. Whereas in last index of again a comma 10, it is going to search from 10 towards left side. So it finds a here. So 9 is the answer. And the last variant is a string comma int. That is again you can give a word and from where to start the search. So from 6 towards the right, it searches for is. It is not finding it. so it will give -1. Similarly, last index of is from 1, that is from 1 towards left it is searching. There is no is before this, so it gives -1. Hope you understand all the methods of string. If you have any other queries, you can post as a comment. And if you like our explanation, you can subscribe us. Thank you. We'll see you in the next video.